We just did our video to talk about the rules for our challenges.
Well, it depends if
whatever order you watch it, but that's the video we just did. So we're going to do the video for our forfeits now. Like and subscribe. I don't know what that was.
There's a monster in the back.
That was creepy. So we got our video to talk about our forfeit rules now.
And like you said, we have already gone over challenges.
Yeah.
So if you want to see anything that are related to the challenges, go watch our
go
challenge
watch
rules video.
the challenge rules video. Yep.
But I want to get into the rules for the forfeits. Now, of course, we mentioned there's no ties for challenges because they're towards a monthly forfeit.
Yeah, towards a monthly forfeit. We have a monthly forfeit and weekly forfeits now.
So we have both. Of course, like always before, it's always been this way since when we first started. If you lose the challenges throughout that week, so I win 3 or you win 3.
Yeah.
Of course, you won that week because 3 is greater than 2. If you don't know that, then I would refer you to go to watch a mathematician. But or go back to school. But so say you win the challenges that week, you have to go do a forfeit.
Yeah.
And we have a wheel. You hear him every week throughout the challenges.
Yeah, you'll hear him. He's not very nice most of the time.
I don't think he's ever been nice. But you spent.
Well, except for that one time when I was in goal in hockey, and he said this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. Probably the only compliment you ever get from him.
Ever.
But you spin, and whatever you land on last, so whatever's left after the wheel spin is the forfeit you have to do.
Yeah.
Now, once that forfeit is picked, you cannot repeat that.
Yeah, you can't.
Actually, you can't ever repeat it.
You can never repeat it, and the other person can't do it again for another month.
Yeah, and we designate a month to 4 weeks because sometimes we may start 3 days within a month.
Yeah.
So it can't be repeated within 4 weeks.
Because we don't want it to be the same stuff and just get...
That way you don't get bored watching the same stuff. Yeah. And people generally enjoy the forfeits.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we pick sports at the beginning of every week, and whoever, of course we announce this in our challenges, whoever won the weekly challenge gets to pick or announce their sport first before we start doing challenges. Yeah. That's
between each other. Yep.
And then we'll tell you whatever sport we picked in that video, say this is my sport.
In the challenge video of that sport, yeah.
Now, we mentioned power-ups before in the previous challenges.
In the challenge video.
Now, what's significant about a power-up is that, or a sport you choose, is that if you lose that sport that you choose, you get a forfeit card.
Yep.
The forfeit card then goes into the cup if you lose that sport and you have to spin.
Yeah.
It can never go below 0.
Yeah, it can never go, well, we decided that if you get one in, you can't take just the one card away, right? You have to spin.
No, and when you take that one card out, it's based on, so if you choose, we were mentioning power-ups, to clarify a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whenever you pick a power-up, you give yourself an advantage.
Yeah.
But if you don't pick a power-up throughout that week and you want to eliminate a card.
Yeah, you want to, like say you have 3 cards and you want to lower your chances, you can just save the power-up and then take one of those cards out.
But you have to win the weekly challenges.
Yeah, you have to win the weekly challenges.
So you can remove a forfeit card from yourself. Say you have 5 cards and you want to lessen the chances.
Yeah.
Throughout those weeks, you can choose to not get a power-up and try to remove a card. Now, if you already have 1 in the cup, until you've done that forfeit, you can't make it go down to 0.
You can't make it go down to 0.
So until you land on forfeit, you will always have 1 in the cup.
But you only spin if you lose that week.
You only spin if you lose that week. And that's based on the sports you pick and the power-ups.
Yeah.
So those forfeit cards are connected to the challenge sports that you pick and the power-ups. Again, now once you land on that forfeit, it goes to 0. It starts over.
Yeah.
So that's when it goes back down to 0. That's the only time. Again, you only spin the week you lose that sport. Now, whoever loses the challenges, of course, gets an automatic forfeit.
Yeah.
There are no repeat challenges until a month later. So if you pick a sport and you get a forfeit card, whatever, but you can't pick that sport the next week. So I guess last week I lost hockey and I picked hockey.
Yeah.
I got a forfeit card and I had to spin.
Yep.
I cannot pick that sport for the next 5 weeks until we repeat.
Yeah.
Until it all starts over.
You have to pick a different sport each week.
And now monthly forfeits, we announced that we have weekly and monthly forfeits.
And monthly now.
We have 4-week accumulation now. So, and it's getting pretty competitive. you accumulate challenge points for challenge wins.
Yeah.
So if I win the hockey, I get 1 point. And it goes all the way up, which I don't think I've won yet. It goes all the way up until 4 weeks later. So we'll have a total of 20 points that we can accumulate.
Yeah, yeah.
So whoever has the most out of 20 is excluded from that forfeit. We can have ties. It's possible that we can be 10 to 10
Yeah.
at the end.
At the end.
If that's the case, there is a tiebreaker because we don't have ties anymore, and we'll do like trivia pursuit
Yeah,
or
like we'll ask like 5 questions. Whoever
Yeah.
gets the most right wins.
that way it's just quick.
Yeah.
And we can just get it over with, and that person goes straight to the forfeit.
Yep.
So that's the tiebreaker for the monthly forfeits. I don't think there's anything else. I can't think of anything else.
I think that's pretty much it that I can think of off the top of my head.
Whenever we start doing forfeits, we haven't mentioned this. If there's ever a forfeit that is something you do and that's in my pool of challenges or forfeits to do, if you won that week, you get to that's removed.
You didn't say that.
And you do get to pick from the pool that we have listed to insert.
Yeah, the winner of that week gets to pick to insert something.
So if you notice the very first video that we had, the forfeit roulette, the announcement video for that, we both had whole lemon in there. He had to do whole lemon.
Yeah, I had to do it.
So because I had whole lemon in mine too, when he won that week, that was removed, so we didn't repeat, and he got to put in.
Yeah, I got to replace
electric
something.
shock trivia, and it just happened to land on that week.
Yep.
Kind of like what happened this last week.
Yeah.
Electric shock trivia was in yours, and since I did it last week,
Weird, man.
we got liquid balloon in there. Now somebody's gonna go, "Well, you set it up that way." Either way, we're doing a forfeit, so it doesn't matter. And no, we didn't. So if you don't believe us, there's no way we could prove it. So sorry.
Strong.
Consult the wheel.
Strong anger.
The wheel is never kind.
I blessed the wheel this last one.
Anyway, I think there's no power-ups on the sports dogs.
No, I'm blessing the wheel.
Now we're getting weird, so we're just gonna cut to. I think that's it. I think that's it.
I really do think that's it.
Anyway, guys, that's it with Cody and James Comes to Sports. Make sure to like, subscribe,
Notification bell. Notification bell.
leave us a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.